What's up, fam? Mr. Country CEO back in the house again, man. Look, Mo game, and Mo game. That's right. Welcome back to the channel, subscribers, family, and friends. Man, look, having a good time in this series here in January, talking about the hindrances, the thing that is hindering folks from finding the dump truck work. Right, right. So again, welcome back to the channel, subscribers, family, and friends. And I hope that some of you are viewing this video. If you're not subscribed, hit that button down below and subscribe to this channel. This is game here on this channel, right? So look, so in the past couple of weeks, we've talked about um there are systems in place that hinder one from being able to find a dump truck work. There's slothfulness or lazy is one of the things that stop individuals from finding dump truck work. I want to give you number three on this Tuesday. That is also a problem. I alluded to it in the first video, but I'm gonna really unpack it so you can get a clearer picture. The soldiers, the system, the slothfulness, but now we're gonna talk about the soldiers. And when we think about soldiers, what do soldiers do? Soldiers guard, soldiers attack, that kind of thing, right? All right. They guard and they gatekeep and they attack, right? So the soldiers, let's talk about the soldiers and how they are, in many instances, can be a problem and that will hinder you from finding work in the dump truck business, right? All right, so let's look at it and let's see what we got. All right. First thing is what I've learned in observing, interacting, talking to, getting to know about these soldiers. Many of them, a lot of them that have this mindset, that are like this, they are privileged. Uh-oh, they are privileged. Mm. Privileged, another word I can use for that is they feel entitled. Okay. And folks can feel entitled about a thing for several different reasons, right? All right, so I want to tell you why some of them feel privileged, that they supposed to gate and guard, that they supposed to have the work and dish it out to you as they see fit. That they supposed to get first pickings of everything and they'll let you have the straps, that they supposed to be on the good jobs and they'll, you take whatever's left. They are privileged. Why? Because first of all, the past. Maybe in the past, their family had control of certain things or certain jobs or certain contracts, right? And so, since it's been in their family for a long time, they figure it's supposed to stay in their family, right? That's just how they feel about it. Um, they traditionally offload the barge. I'm just using terms. They traditionally have the contract to haul off the limestone yard, and they've been doing that 20 some years, and they got it sold up, as some of us like to use that word, right? So the past. So many are privileged because of the past. They are entitled. This is ours, not yours. And you are actually perceived as an enemy or trying to take something from them because they feel like they've taken ownership of it because of the past. But then not only the past, the present. Not only they feel entitled because of the past, they've always had it, but they feel entitled because they currently got it, right? I got it now. Granddad and daddy had it in the past, or my grandfather used to do this in the past, or my people used to own this in the past. So in the present now, I control this. I own this. You can't get a piece of it. You can't have it. We don't need you. We don't want you. That kind of thing, right? Privilege. And God put us here for two reasons. I don't care how you slice and dice it. Many things can come up under these two headings, but we are here to please God and serve people. You can narrow it down right there. And the serving of people uh, also would suggest helping them to help themselves, right? And it's kind of hard to help people help themselves when we're determining on our own that this is my whole pie. You can't have a slice. These are the problems we encounter sometimes. Now, and this ain't just dump truck business, right? This is general in a lot of places you go. All right, I'm just applying it to the dump truck business. The present, they're privileged because of the present, but then they can also be privileged because of their position. Ah, their position. Maybe they're the CEO, maybe they're the owner, maybe they're the president, the vice president, CEO, CAO, CAO, whatever it is. Their position has caused them to feel like they're supposed to have the right to that work, right? Several instances of that go on around here whereby um, some people, there's nepotism whereby the family had it, so they just pass it down through the family, the contract. Um, um, of the position of being who they feel like they are. Because many times, some folks is legends in their own mind, and we don't look at you like that as being that. You might think you're that. And so sometimes some people feel like they're the big dogs, and because of the position they may have in society. My dad is the mayor. My dad is on the council. My dad is a school board member. A lot of position. People feel privileged because of who their daddy is or who their granddaddy was. That kind of thing. So privilege, y'all. Privilege uh, is why we got these soldiers out here. And they doing what they doing and acting a fool to block you and to hinder people from getting to work because of privilege. But then secondly, the here's some things about them that I've discovered. They are protective. They're privileged, but then they are protective. They're protective. Very protective. And what's underneath the covering and coat of and cloak of being protective? Well, I've seen a few things that are within that. Number one, selfish. I said it earlier. They want the whole. They want their cake and eat it too. They getting most of the work. That ain't good enough. They want it all. I never forget. We had an instance where a guy, him and another guy was in a dispute about a job, and he had the job one day, and then the next day, he lost the job, and the guy down the street got the job. We hauled for that guy the next day. He called DOT and had DOT fooling with us because he was mad because the other joker got the job. He was trying to protect his interests. And so when people feel protective of something, man, listen, they'll do you some stuff. They'll hurt you. They'll try to take you down and out when they feel like they got to protect what they feel like their privilege is and what's theirs. So they're selfish though. They want it all. And I'm telling you, the three or four people that I have saw in this dump truck business that wanted it all are no longer in business in here in Baton Rouge. They lost it all trying to get it all. Right? So understand these soldiers. You got to understand the mentality. They're privileged. They're privileged. They feel like it's entitled to them, but then they're protective. They're selfish. Secondly, they're senseless. I'm sorry, secureless. Secureless. Or if I could use the I, insecure. When people go around feeling like they gotta protect public work from other people for themselves, I found there's a sense of insecurity. And I found that see them kind, they don't know how to hustle. And so since they don't know how to hustle, and they feel insecure about their ability to go out and find the work for themselves, they'll guard, be protective of the little bit they got or something that's public for everybody. And it all goes back to they're not secure in who they are. See, I'm the kind of person, and you ought to be the kind of person that look, man, you close one door, I'm going to another. You stop one hole up, I'm popping my head up in another hole. It don't matter what you do. I'm so sure of who I am and my ability. I just move on to something else, or as I said earlier, I know how to blow the system up. But you're not gonna stop me. So that's kind of mentality we have to have. So they're secureless. They're secureless. But then I notice also in being protected, they're stagnant. Um, that particular job in many instances is all they got. They ain't got nothing else. They ain't trying to look for nothing else. And I know some people are like, well, man, if it's a honey hole, I can see why they trying to hold it all to themselves. I've seen them act a fool and not even be a honey hole. And they get protective and all that kind of stuff. So they're stagnant. They're not progressive in moving forward. Let me give you an example of that. I never shall forget when I started scaling up. Back at my first time of scaling up, and I went up to like three trucks, man. I bought three trucks, 3 straight years, and went from one to three right quick. And I'm here to tell you, I lost friends behind that. When I had one, like most everybody else, it wasn't no problem. But when I went to three, it's like I became a target or an enemy of folks that I thought I had a pretty good relationship with. And I couldn't understand it. But you know what the problem was? They were protective because they were satisfied with what they were doing. And now this joker done went got more trucks. Now they, because you're stagnant and you see me done moved, then now you're protective. So notice what I said about these things. In being protective, you're not the problem, they the problem. Selfish, internal. Secureless, internal. Stagnant, internal. They the one got the problem. But they will act like you did something wrong to them in their protectiveness. I'll take what I got. That's how they do, man. Even now, I had an instance, what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, where I don't think I had a five at that time. I got up to five. It's before I went to the because I went from two to five. It was when I had the five. And them jokers, it had a good paying big job went on. The people, it wasn't the contractor, it was another trucker who had got the job. Called everybody to come on the job. But me, I'm trying to figure out I got left out. And I know the people. And they know me. Worked with them before. And worked them on my job. Joker left me out. Didn't even call me. Hey, what happened? And I had a friend of mine tell me, say, Perry, I'm gonna tell you what I'm hearing. He says, because you got 5 trucks, the word I'm hearing is they're afraid that if the people see you come on the job with 5 trucks, you might end up with the job. What? What? So folks that are insecure, selfish, and stagnant, they will be intimidated by you and they ain't even had a conversation with you. Judge you completely that I would even be the kind of person who want to come and take over your job. No, I just want to get 1 or 2 trucks on the job, make some of that good money too. So bad look, it's a trip. Finally, let me see. Got some soldiers out there. They're privileged, they're protective. And here's what I found about all of them. They're pessimistic. Their outlook is flawed. Here's 3 things, and I'll let you go. They're very pessimistic, which means number one, they're negative minded. The sky is always falling. You know, this ain't gonna work. I wouldn't do that. You know, just always negative minded. Them soldiers that's trying to gatekeep. Negative. Nothing's positive. Nothing gonna work out. Not only are they negative, some of them are nasty. Their disposition, how they try to talk to people, how they try to handle people, they're nasty. I never shall forget. I was hauling limestone, the contractor. This was a regular customer of mine. They ordered limestone from the limestone yard. They called and told me, hey, we getting limestone from you. But I'm gonna send my own trucks to get the limestone. Unbeknownst to me, the dude on the yard, the limestone yard, wanted the job hauled by his trucks and his trucks only. Me and my guys go over there, get the empty weight on the scale to get ready to get loaded and stuff with the limestone. And the guy, I'm talking to the guy in the batch house on the radio, and he's getting nasty with it. Till he got a little funky attitude. Why y'all over here? I said, we haul asphalt for such, limestone for such. We supposed to be doing that. I said, I just left the job. The man told me to come haul limestone, me and these trucks. I need to make a phone call. Well, make your phone call. He makes phone call, I guess, to come back on the CB. Yeah. Uh, I don't know what you done, but all right. But we gonna haul with y'all. That's fine. Get loaded. I go in there. Say, then I decide I'm asking, man, what's your problem? Man, what's your problem? I ain't got no problem. What you mean? I said, yeah, you got a problem. I said, man, do you literally see how you're acting? Yeah, but we were supposed to haul this, and next thing I know, they got you hauling it. I say, okay. I say, first of all, what you need to know, I've been working for these people about 5 years. I do all this stuff. I done worked on probably 60, $70 million worth of jobs with these people. They know me and they trust me. I say, man, God wouldn't be pleased with how you're acting. That's one of my favorite ones, pull on people. Because it be true, and then it stunts their comeback. Man, God wouldn't be pleased with how you're acting right now. What you mean? What you mean? I said, God would not be pleased with how you're acting ugly with me right now. I said, I haven't done anything to you. All I did was come over here. The man told me come over here and we're gonna haul limestone all day. Well, I'm just saying, I thought this was gonna be. I said, I understand. I understand. I said, you might need to do some praying, brother. You have a good day. And I left out. Some of these people be on something, not on something as a drugs or anything, but as far as be having a certain attitude, man, about stuff. That joker was nasty to me, man. And then finally, some of them you gotta understand. There's no God. There's no God in their life. And everybody's not like you. If you're saved, born again, you're a believer. I'm a believer. But I had to quickly understand everybody is not a believer. Everybody don't have God in their life. They have that belief. And trying to live, according to those principles and practices. And so I had to make sure I be who I am and not let their pessimism rub off on me. All right. So that's it. Just a little stuff, some stuff to help you understand the mentality of these soldiers. They're privileged, they're protective, and many of them are very, very, very pessimistic. Beware. Let's talk Saturday, see how to deal with them. Hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Got your CEO. I'm out of here. I'm gone.